Hey guys, welcome back to my little channel. I have not gone anywhere. I've just been really busy with life. I've been working a lot of overtime and I've been trying to keep up with my workouts, and I've been pretty exhausted lately. I don't know if it's because of the lovely weather change. As you can see behind me, it has been snowing probably since 10 this morning, 10, 11 this morning, and we've gotten about like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches at this moment. Just been really tired and trying to keep up with life, working a bunch. But I figured today I would go ahead and talk about, while drinking my tea. Oh my god, there's a creeper out there. So anyway, before we were so rudely interrupted, this thing about my tea, and I was actually going to, I'm still disturbed. I was actually going to talk to you guys about how to dress for winter riding. As you can see, we get snow here, so I don't really recommend riding in the snow because of the ice, and it gets pretty shady. It can be done, but you just have to be extra careful. It's a little risky just because your tires need that heat to grip the asphalt or whatever, the road well. But I'm talking more like fall winter weather. So you want to dress a certain way, and I figured I would go over how I dress. Now, this is like winter dressing, fall winter dressing, poor man style. I like to call it poor man style because right now I don't have all the proper gear that I would actually really need for riding in the cold weather. I mean, I have gear, but it's all under layers. So I don't have like the big, all season jacket or anything like that. Actually, the only jacket I have right now is a mesh jacket because I sold my tracksuit like a month or two ago because it didn't fit me well. So yeah, fun times. I'm gonna go over what I do to prepare to ride out in the cold weather, the items that I usually wear and how much I layer. The coldest I've ridden in is 30 degrees. So what I like to start with is a good like base layer is what they call it, I guess. I don't know. I'll call it a base layer. I don't know what brand this is. This is it only says what it's made out of. So I will start with a good base layer. Let me put this on real quick. This actually looks like it's too small. No, I don't know all the science behind dressing warm, but this is just the things that I do to prepare to ride outside on my motorcycle, and it actually works pretty well. Then, no, that's ski pants. And then what I do is I put another thing on top of my base layer. So this is kind of like the in-between layer. My boyfriend got it for me on Revzilla, and it's supposed to have like some thermal properties and just to keep you warm basically. So then I'll put on another layer on top of that. Like I said, this is like poor man style, so lots of layers. I am sure with actual cold weather motorcycle gear, you probably don't have to put this many layers on. But this is just, like I said, this is just what I do because I only have a mesh jacket. I'll eventually at some point get a leather or all-season jacket. But it's just, our autumn weather only is like for a month. And then at that point, you stop riding. Either you stop riding and put your bike away, or you actually do invest. And I probably would be more likely to if I was commuting. I'm not commuting right now. I'm working from home. So it makes it hard for me to justify the price of buying like a $500 all season. I think if I did more motorcycle touring and like moved around the States a lot, not moved around, but traveled around the States a lot, I would probably be more likely to invest in one. So this is my mid layer. What I like to do for my mid layer. This jacket thing came with also a pants version. But basically I think any type of thermal undergarment, long john type of thing would work, as well as, for the top, we got another thermal style top that's basically like the base layer and the mid layer and then a jacket layer. So I'll show you the jacket layer next. But usually what I do is I start with like a good legging. I don't know, for guys, you guys would wear like a long john or something. And then put another pair of pants on top of that. So this is the second layer for my pants. Oh, I think I got that. Anyway, was not expecting that tightness. This used to be looser on me. That's the only other thing you have to be aware about when you're doing these many layers is how tight actually is this getting? I've had it one time where I was so layered up that like when I bent my elbow, it got, my blood circulation kind of felt like it was getting cut off, and I was like, ooh, that's a bit of layer there. That's like a bit too much, but hey, I was warm, so whatever. So here I have my trusty jeggings that I reviewed in my other video. And I am going to put these on over my other pants. And these are nice and stretchy, so might not work a little bit like for if you don't have stretchy pants or if you don't have good over, like some manufacturers make over pants that work well for riding or whatever. They're riding over pants and you put them over your jeans. They're not meant to be worn without jeans. And as you can see, even with how many layers do I have? 3 layers, even with 3 layers, it's pretty stretchy, so it goes right over it. And what's really gonna help really cut against like the cold air from getting in is if you have armor on. That helps a ton. So like for instance, when I'm riding in the cold and my thighs will start getting a little chilly, but a lot of the times my knees won't feel anything at all because they have this piece of plastic right in front of it and the air just can't cut through that. So but it's really, I hear it's usually mostly your chest and upper body and like head area that you don't want to get cold besides your hands. That's extremely important to have all of that, because once you start getting cold up here, just the rest of your body follows suit. So I like to wear PrimaLoft. This might be a little tight. Let's see. I like to wear PrimaLoft, and that really helps cut out the wind. This is really going to make you warm because PrimaLoft is really useful to have. It kind of provides like this little cushion of air in between you and the cold weather outside. Now, as you can see, I'm putting my final layer over. And this is my mesh jacket. So, and then what I would do after that, after I stuff myself in like the Michelin Man, then what I would do is I would go ahead and put like a scarf thing on, one of those tube, not a tube, it looks like a sock, but with no end, a tube thingy over my head, and just for like around my neck, because once your neck gets really cold, yeah, it's kind of game over at that point, because then you just start getting super cold. Now that I am like literally just super bundled up, I'm actually getting hot here. Why are these open? So yeah, as you can see, this is the poor man's edition of bundling up for riding in the winter weather or fall weather or wherever it is that you live. And then I like to finish off with a good pair of wool socks. These are extremely useful. Your feet will not get cold with wool socks on. If it's really cold, you could just put on a pair of thin socks and then with the wool socks over and stuff your feet into your boots and you're good to go. So I have a pair of heated gloves and I also have heated grips on my street triple. The heated grips are a must in like cold fall weather, but having the Tour Masters, I will show you those. So these are my Tour Masters. They are good heated grips. They have their little heated area, like you put the battery in right here. And these are the little buttons that you press to turn them on. It has 3 settings. Green is like mild, yellow is warm, and then red is hot. So it takes a little bit to get used to like the clunky, non-tactile feeling of them. Like you can't really feel anything as like well, but you get used to them. And they come with this 2000 voltage Tourmaster battery, and they last about an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, depending on how cold the weather is. But in the case that you're stuck out there for longer, on Amazon you can find this cheaper brand for like 16 bucks. You can find a 4000 voltage one and use that instead. Still fits in there just fine. Might be a little bit clunky, but it fits in there and you can use that instead. I'd say an hour, 45 minutes to 2 hours. This is what you'll be good for with this one. Better to be prepared and have all this than nothing at all, right? So yeah, this is what I do to gear up for cold weather riding. Depending on how cold it is, you know, right now it's about 30 degrees. Well, it's less than 32 because 32 is freezing. So, it's actually really nice out wearing this. Hopefully you found some of these tips or tricks somewhat useful. Or maybe you just don't have to deal with that because you live in a hot temperature area. So hey guys, thanks again for stopping by and watching one of my videos. If you liked my content, be sure to check out my other videos on my channel. Be sure to subscribe, comment, and like. If there's anything specific you would like to see, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably end up doing a little bit more reviews on some of my other gear. My one mesh jacket. And I look forward to seeing you guys back here in the future. Be sure to take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. And I will see you next time. Bye.